Hello everyone, I am Mayhem, and this is Vintage Story. I decided to go ahead and start doing a video series on Vintage Story since I've played it quite a bit. It's been a little while, so I'll have to hopefully relearn things, how the controls work. I like the exploring part of this game more than really the overall survival. So we're going to go with that, and we're going to call it Jenny's Village. And we are going to customize the setup. Is exploration. The world seed is going to be 8675309. Yeah, you can probably tell. Let's see. Keep inventory on death. I always do that because sometimes it's very hard to get back to wherever it is you were dead. True winners we're going to enable. Sand and gravel will fall if there's nothing supporting it. Lung capacity. Oh, we'll go 10 minutes. Or 10 seconds. Well, let's see. No, 2 minutes. Okay. Did you have one higher setting? 60 minutes. We'll do that. It's not realistic, but creature hostility passive, creature strength normal, hunger slower, walking speed. We're going to explore, so we want it normal. Food spoilage at 50%. Tree saplings faster growth. Tool durability at 200. Mining speed we're going to bump up to 200 as well. Pro pick out to 8 blocks. Global deposit spawn rate. We're going to put that all the way up. Micro block chiseling. Most blocks. That's the best you can do. Coordinate overlay map. Temporal storms off. Rifts visible. Temporal gear respawn usage infinite. Sleep during temporal storms allowed. Of course they're off, so it's not going to matter. Climate distribution realistic. World size 1 million blocks by 1 million blocks. We are going to put a block on the world edge. The equator distance is going to be 50,000 blocks. Global temperature, global precipitation, forests and shrubs normal. Okay. Surface copper deposits is going to be very common. Surface tin deposits are going to be common. Snow melt accumulation enabled. Class exclusive recipes. We'll go ahead and do that. Well, you can land claim and auction house, but those don't matter to me. World height. We'll go 448 blocks. Apply. Create. The recommended world height for survival is 250 blocks. You selected that. This will slow down certain parts of the game as world generation is not well adapted to large heights. That's fine. I don't really have a problem with lag most of the time, unless I get into an area that's got like a lot of chiseled blocks. And chiseled blocks is a custom way to voxel create, like the witches and the pumpkin you see in the display here. That's all custom made. The cauldron is custom made. And those blocks require a lot of data. And when you've got a whole town full of chisel blocks like we do on the Aura Fury server in the hippie commune, it can lag the game pretty bad. But some of those guys in the hippie commune and girls are just absolutely amazing artists about chiseling blocks and making them just stand out. I mean, it's amazing the level of detail and thought that went into a lot of that. I'm not the greatest of chiselers. I do, basic signs, and I can do statues if I put my mind down to it. Uh, but that's just not something I've massively explored. I like building, creating tree farms, farming, animal husbandry, and exploring and hunting. That's why I usually choose the hunter, because I can get the bow, and it's hard work making arrows because you have to have chicken feathers, which means you have to have a lot of chickens, flint for arrowheads, or you make metal arrowheads, and then just sticks, and you get sticks, all day long. But it's a fun game. It started out as, I believe, a mod for Minecraft. And it is very like Minecraft in how you build. But there's a wide variety of what I would like to call realistic animals. I have mods loaded, several of them. There are cows, there are pigs, there are sheep, there are chickens. There are also wolves and foxes and raccoons. And there are fish. I think you can actually make a fishing rod now and fish. Or you can just whack them with a stick or a spear while they're in the water, and you'll catch them. So this is going to be a really good playthrough. What was that? Oh, that's my sapien talking. I'll go back to black. Hair color black. Mustache. Horseshoe. No beard. Hair. Long with strands. Or long and flowing. I don't see a change. Extra hair. Long braid. I don't remember what I picked usually. No. No. Hmm. Sorry, this takes time. There we go. I like to make my sapiens kind of after Avatar. So, confirm skin. And you can be several things. You can be a commoner, a hunter, a malefactor, a clockmaker, a blackguard, or a tailor. Now they do get different things. Hunters are range specialists. They excel in the wild forest, plains, and mountains. They struggle in the confined tunnels of the underground. They have a bonus on focused, resourceful, which gives them a plus on animal harvesting speed and loot. Focus gives them range damage and range accuracy. Fleet-footed gives them extra walking speed. Bower makes you be able to craft bows and arrows of good quality. But you have a minus 15 on melee damage and a minus 15 ore drop and mining speed. And that's just a thing. But that's the one I go with. And that's my voice. Alright. We got flint right away. Excellent. We have more flint. And we have a copper deposit. So we'll open up the map. And we will make copper. We'll do orange. And the pick. This is a little different interface than I'm used to. But it's good. Alright. We have sticks. Just laying on the ground. What is this over here? Claystone. More claystone. Alright. We'll go back to where I was. And on the map, I'm going to mark this in green and pin it as my spawn point. So marking the map is really kind of important because you can know where things are, or at least where they were to begin with. Okay. Now, we are going to hold down the shift key to crouch and click. And we are going to make flint knives. Huh, it's got double of everything in here. And it brings up a voxel map to make 2 flint knives. You don't have to break everything away. Now we have 2 knives. We need to combine them with sticks. Oh, there's also horses. I forgot to tell you. Now, we want an axe. We want a spear, at least one. We'll start with one because we have limited storage space. And a shovel. You can, when you get into being a smithing, you can create metal versions of all of these. All right. And the shovel. All right. We are cooking with gas now, buddy. And there's more copper up here. If you highlight, use the mouse wheel to scroll through your inventory. If you highlight the one that you're trying to pick up, you can just right click and you pick it up. Alright, we will put down another marker in orange and make it a line pick. That's good. Now I see something right here besides this pony. We have horsetail. You use horsetail to create bandages, which can instantly heal you. I need grass too, so I'll pick a little bit of that up. But what I'm going to go do next is find some reeds. Wow, finding all these sticks on the ground is really good. You have to use a knife to harvest this stuff, because if you don't, it will just break and go away. Is that a butterfly? That's a butterfly. More flint. And more flint. Another butterfly. And more flint. Alright. And yes, that little green bar shows you the wear on your tools, because they don't last forever, and the better the quality of the material you make them out of, the longer they last. Really need to get some reeds. Food. Blueberries. My favorite. But horsetail can be hard to find because it's always in the woods, and that is where the wolves are. So while I've got it readily available, I'm going to pick it up. And I can show you something here real quick. Alright, so you look at the branches of the leaves. That one says pine leaves. That one says pine leaves. You're looking for that. It's birch branchy leaves. It will drop a stick. Oh, and there's a seed. But we don't have any more inventory space. But that's all right. Oh, I'm full. 64 is a stack. Now let's go and get cattail reeds. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. We're out of space. So we will crouch down with a seed and plant a tree. Now we have space. There are other tools. You can make a scythe and it will clear an area of grass or these reeds. There's also papyrus, which double as reeds. You can do with papyrus everything you can do with the reeds. And it was added to the game. The water effects are much better. You can actually have things under the water that you can harvest, like those rocks. These grow in water and as far as like 3 or 4 blocks away from water. But as you can see right here is some plant. That didn't used to be a thing. And if you've got torches, you be careful in the water, because if you crouch in level 1 water with a torch on your hot bar or in your hand, it will go out. If it's in your backpacks, once you get backpacks, or the baskets, which I'm about to make, it won't go out. You'll be chasing down a wolf, or he's chasing you and you kill him in the water, and you crouch to use your knife to butcher the wolf, and your torch goes out. I've done that so many times. I hear a rooster. All right, let us see how many baskets we can make. We have all our baskets made. Ooh, peat. We definitely want to mark this. Peat is a good fuel source. Peat. And I mark certain resources with this glob. Peat is one of those resources I mark like that. Clay is also another one. And there's last time I played, there were 2 different clays, blue clay and fire clay. That is a cranberry bush. But we came over here for these. I hear a horsey. There's a raccoon scurrying away. Flowering cranberry bushes. But this one's ready. Excellent. That's 1, 2, 3 away from water. So it looks like it's 3. Got all the mobs set for passive on this game, so I really don't want to mess with them. But some of them will still aggro you and attack. There are bears also. That was something new that just got added. There's like 4 types of bears. And they're bad. They are nasty, nasty. It takes several spears to take one down, and your best bet is to do it at a distance. I hear thunder. I hear, oh look, it's a rift. You don't want to be around those in a normal game. It's a bunny! Wow, he was running from something. We do have a spear, so I'm not too awfully concerned. Uh-oh. What's it doing? There it goes. Okay, it's back. That was weird. Now you could keep hitting on this and get the roots. And you can cook the roots and use them for food. And a lot of people do early on. But you can also take the roots and plant them once you get to a place where you want to make your base. Which I really need to think about pretty soon. You listen to that pop when you picked it up. I'm pretty sure. No, I got it. It's all claystone. That's good. When we are south of our spawn point, that's why I made it a pinned item. So we would always know which direction our spawn was. As a quick reference. You hold down the control key and you sprint. Now there are other ways to do this. You can hit it with an object and you can harvest it that way. We have some copper here, so we're going to mark that. We can't do a lot with it yet. We're going to need clay before we can really use it, because we have to make a crucible to melt the ingot or the nuggets down. We can pour them into ingots, or we can pour them into tool molds, which you also make the tool molds out of clay. But you also have to fire them in a pit kiln. So it's a little more complicated than it used to be. Used to be you could just put it in a fire and it would cure it. It would make the ceramic version of what you put in there. But they use pit kilns now, which require quite a bit. It's grass first, I think, and then sticks, and then logs. And I don't mind it. I thought the game needed a little more. Oh, there's a sheep. A little more realism to it. We need more grass to make a bed and torches and a fireplace. And a fire starter. Because that's the first way you get get fire. I don't want that rock. And you can easily hit something and do, harvest it when you don't want to. Claystone. And 3 more. Good. Haven't been really looking for a base yet. A place to make a base. Yep, my baby don't like me. And if you threaten the baby, the mommy will kill you. Oh, we have growing onion or carrots. Let's see if we can get seeds from some of these. If it's fully grown, you'll get the vegetables and seeds. Alright, let's see here. Orange, copper, pickaxe symbol. Okay. Our inventory is light. So what we can do is start collecting some nuggets. And what else we can do, we're going to dig right here. Alright, if there's a surface deposit, there's likely to be a deposit underneath. Alright, we're going to make some bandages. Alright, there it is. I don't know if it works anywhere. Yeah, it does. You can only carry 16. So make 16. And then you can put the rest of this in your inventory. And since it's getting late, we'll make a fire starter. And we will make 4 torches. Now, we could make a fire and do it that way, but I would rather make the torches for light. And once you've got one done, you just pick it up. You can shift and right click to light them. But I have found that you can also right click. If you right click, as soon as it's lit, it puts the other one down. Alright, we now have 4 torches, so we can see at night. And one of the other things you can do is you can move one torch into your other hand. Now it does increase the amount of food you consume. But I mean, it's very helpful to have light on constantly. One of the other things you always look out for is a darker colored soil called terra preta. It is the best soil to plant in. There are a lot of flowers. Since we used up some of our stuff making. Okay, we are full. Well, we've got one more than we really need. Ooh, wow, this is a big peat deposit right here. So we will mark that. And if you're good enough, you can see them on this map. Let's see. There's some. That's a clay deposit right there. So is that? That looks like flowers, but it looks very similar to the clay. That looks like that might be clay too. So if we want to navigate to a specific point, we can put down a marker. Put a question mark next to it if we don't know exactly. It's probably blue clay. And now we got a marker on the edge of our screen and we can walk towards it. We don't really want to go in the water because our torch will go out. We have others, but that's not the case. Oh, look, we have almost grown onions. And we got a seed and an onion. Always look around when you find a crop, because there are usually more. And this is growing flax. And flax is what you need the most of, because it is what you make cloth out of. Ooh, more sticks. I like sticks. Ooh, look, that's a resin tree. We're not going to collect it right now, but we are certainly going to mark it. I call them leakies, because it's a leaking tree. And there are so many great content creators out there for Vintage Story. Hypnotic, Ashanton, Andy Days. Oh my God, the list is literally Papa Cheddar. I could never hope in another 1,000 years to compete with any of those guys. But I've been told I have a soothing voice and that I am somewhat entertaining, so I actually started making videos when there were videos being made of a game called Sapiens that I play. And watching the playthroughs on a lot of them were so painful. I mean, really bad. So I decided I was going to go ahead and make playthroughs and teach people how to play, because it was atrocious. It was horrendous the way people were playing. I mean, why won't my Sapiens do this? And if you know what you're doing, it tells you exactly why they won't do it. I mean, oh my God, people were just being so idiotic about it. And I'm not going to say who. That's bad form. We got a ram. All right, let's get back on track. Squirrel moment. And that is a ram, or a sheep. That's another sheep. I know they're supposed to be passive in this version, but they can be downright upsetting. Alright, this tree is probably going to come down. Because there is copper all under it. Right now we don't have room for a tree. We're going to put a marker right here. Alright. Copper. Orange. Pickaxe. And since we already have some in our inventory, we'll pick up these nuggets. I mean, your first goal... Oh no, it's a pine cone. We gotta have the pine cone. The first thing you're gonna make is gonna be a pickaxe. The pickaxe is the only way to break rock. And that's a very important step. But collecting the copper doesn't do a lot of good unless you have the clay to make the molds to make the tools. Alright, this was not clay. This was sand. I guess my checking skills are not what they used to be. And you can take and delete markers. That might be sand. It might also be clay. Alright. We will go look. Sand. Or gravel, actually. There's a cow. And another foal. And some more copper. Alright. Grass. Dirt. Now we're down to rock. Alright, we will make a marker. And then there are people that make macros on plate, you know, where it will automatically make a marker on the map. I've done it before. I just normally don't, just because. But we will collect the surface stuff. Alright, none went down there. Okay. And a lot of people are like crazy, think you're crazy if you don't have a base like right away. But, you know, I don't want to, you know, rush my building. You know, I want to pick a good spot. And typically what I do is dig a hole in the ground. Literally. or make a surface dwelling out of dirt. But I mean, there's a lot to this game, and I haven't even started my base yet, and I'm already in the first night. And I hear wolfies. Things always look different from higher up. What was that? No. And you can parkour to a certain extent. Of course, being up here at night is not helpful. And you take fall damage if you fall too far. So you want to be careful about that. And after you've played for a while, you get used to the color of the rocks at distance. Let's see. I think we can eat these. And our satiation bar fills up. Okay, we have spelt. Spelt is not really one of the high-end items that I ever go after. But since it's here, alright, we will right click and eat it and pick up the seeds. And a lot of what I do is I always just go out and look on instinct. Usually gets me into trouble. Oh, look. It's a pink apple tree. I don't see any apples. Well, we're going to mark this. Fruit trees are a thing now. Let's see. I usually use these for crops. So we'll mark it there. Oh, goody. More copper. Alright, let us go into settings. Controls. I don't remember where the macros are. I really don't. So I'm just going to mark it. Copper, orange. All right. Alright, that's enough of that. beach down here. And the sun is coming up. Oh wow. Turnips. I have another mod called carrying capacity, and it will allow you to put a basket on your back, and you can open up said basket and you can put things in it. Including other baskets. Let's go ahead and put the grass in there too. That's good. That gets rid of all of that out of my inventory and allows me to carry more. But we're also going to have to take the torches out of our left hand. You shift and right click to carry it. And then you point to nothing. You can't point. You can't have anything in your, because if you do, you put it down. So you got to pick it up, point, and make sure there's nothing on your cursor, and now you put it on your back. And since it's daylight, we don't really need our torches out right now. But let's see, we have 57 horsetail. That's 58. That's 59. 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. And we're back at full capacity. Oh, these are cow parsley. Yeah, you always want to look everywhere. There are advantages in looking from higher up, obviously, because you can see more. But there's also advantages in looking from below, because it makes it very easy to see the Terra Preta. It's about the only way you're going to see it. We will start here. And that is claystone. So we mark it copper. Because there's copper underneath. And in some of my games, I mark when I see a crop, even if I'm going to harvest it, because I have this theory that I've never truly explored, that it comes back. But like I say, I've never really explored that in depth. Ooh, there's another leaky tree. Alright. What we really want to find is some clay. Oh, looky. These are mushrooms, and these are witch's hat mushrooms. You harvest them with a knife, and they will always grow back. And this will tell you about it. Food category mushroom. When eaten, 80 satiation. Fresh for 36 days. But it doesn't warn you if it's bad or good. There are some mushrooms that are bad. So we will mark this place with evil kind of a green. and it's going to be that icon there. But I think there's more right here. Chickenwood you can eat. Shiitake you can eat. Alright, we're going to mark this one. We'll do brown. And that and that. There. We got our good mushrooms marked. And that's the shiitake mushrooms. That's the chicken of the woods. And that's the witch. They all pretty much give you the same satiation, but like I say, some of them have side effects. One of them will kill you outright. Yeah, and that's not good. Nobody wants to die from a mushroom. I mean, nobody wants to really die, period, but it happens. Although I have seen some pretty amazing survival playthroughs that people have done, and they didn't die. And I've seen some playthroughs where people, pretty much killed themselves. And I mean, it happens. Sometimes things just get out of hand. I have 28, and I can hold 64. So we will get as many as we can. There's more witch's hat mushrooms. And it's close to the other ones, so we won't really mark it. There's a piggy. Piggy, piggy, piggy. Alright, this, we're going to mark this one. Clay sand. Alright. Kind of cheating when I set up the game to have copper as very common and tin is common, because that leads to tin bronze. And you can't break certain metals easily. Sometimes you won't be able to pick up stuff, and what you do is you just simply you can't stack them because the decay rate, it's got a higher decay than what's on the ground. So you pick it up out of your inventory. It'll pick those items up like the blueberries I just did, and then you can stack them that way, like this. There. I mean, overall, it reduces the life of the whatever it is you're carrying, if it's anything that spoils, which in this case it was. Really, it will only work with anything that has a shelf life that will spoil on you. Alright. We are doing pretty good on all of our stuff. We have 64 copper nuggets already. That's amazing. And right there's copper. It's poor, but it's copper. And these little markers, you hover over them, it'll tell you what you named it. Okay? So you can always know if you're not sure, if you can't remember, because this game can go on and on and on, like the Energizer Bunny. And when you break things near a hole, sometimes they go down in the hole. So you gotta go down and get it. But I try to make it as easy as possible to find. And see, this is my peat field I had already found. Oh, there's a dead hare. Partially eaten by another creature. Could have been a fox. If it had been a wolf, it would have said large bites have been taken out of this thing. Okay. Oh, look. There's more mushrooms. More chicken of the woods. Alright. How many have we got? 41. Let's go collect some more. And while we're at it... No, we don't need any more of that. But look at that. It's flax. We always need flax. Okay. We're going to... requires a solid 2-high black wall, so we will make a 2-high block wall. There we go. Okay, I'm trying to figure it out. It is shift and right click, and you can put a tool down. That will allow us to bring our basket off our body, pick that up, and I think what we're going to do is we're definitely going to keep our flax seeds together, but we'll put the bush in there instead. Okay, now we can get out of that and out of that. We can pick it up, put it back on our body, and then pick up our shovel. And we'll take our dirt back, because we need it. Alright, we have 41. Should be about 50. Nope, 49. And this one. Come over here and we'll get some more. 50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. Yeah, we didn't lose count. Alright, that's 64. Now, and you can zoom out on the map. That's the whole area we could see so far. You can also zoom in. It's hard to say. That, I believe, is clay. So we will hot foot it to there. And you can run. Oh, look. Is that peat? That's peat. I was hoping it was terra preta, but no, it's peat. Onions. Alright. It's control and right click. No, it's hold control and shift. Okay. Alright, we'll eat the onion. Take that off our back. We know we have onion seeds. We will take them and oh goodness, we'll take that off. Alright. Now we will pick up the onion seeds and add them to our onions. And now we will take our tool and our dirt. Alright. Yeah, we have a stack of those. We really need to find this clay deposit. And we'll get lucky and run across some terra preta on the way. Now, see what I mean about looking from the top? It's amazing. It's very easy to spot ore deposits up here. And this is a medium deposit. So that's like really good. And if you're lost on your map, hit the space bar. It'll center the map on you. Copper. We already have enough copper to make the initial tools we want to make. Alright, we will dig down this way. This could be two separate copper fields, or it could be a large one. So, but we will find out. It's very bad to see dead rabbits everywhere. More peat. Alright. We will mark it. More rams. I need to go around the south side of this lake. You can easily see prey from up on top of a hill like that. Alright, we have more good stuff. I've got the grass in my backpack, don't I? Yep. Okay. And this is poor clay, but again, any clay is better than no clay. Or copper, sorry. I'm trying to find clay. And it's on the mind, on the brain. Alright, is that all of it? Looks like it. Nope, there's that one. Alright. That's gravel. And that's gravel. And that is clay. It was. How about that? I saw it. So we will take that off and unpin it because we don't really need it pinned. Save those changes. And now we have to open up an inventory spot. So we will do this. And we will do this. So that way we can see exactly when we've got a full stack. What I like to do is go to the highest level of the clay and cut around the edge of it. But usually the top layer is not big enough to create like a little trench or a moat around it. And that's perfect. That's exactly how much I can carry. That is peat. And this is a big peat pile here. Alright. Now that was blue clay. There is also fire clay, which you need to build certain things. That's spelt I'm not really worried about spelt right this minute, and I am so full. Partially eaten by another creature. Probably that fox I chased off. Alright. Let's look around for a place. I rather like that up there. We have growing flax. Growing flax. So, since it's not full grown yet, we are going to mark it as flax. And there's an interesting coloration to something over here. Oh, hello. We have flint. And it goes in the water. That's our first cave. Not a very impressive version, but it is a cave. There's rye. We'll mark rye. There are other crops as well. There's rice and there's sunflowers and just a lot of different stuff. Some people absolutely love the carrots. Some people hate the carrots. Oh, cows. And I hear a rabbit running away from me. All low fertility soil. Oh, but we have berries. A red currant bush. Okay. Pick some berries. Berries are a very plentiful food source. Here's some copper. Let me get, oh, I have a full stack of dirt. Okay. Well, I guess it's time to settle somewhere. I didn't mark that copper deposit, did I? Okay, now it's marked. The baby cow. Spelt. Yeah, spelt. And there's more down there. I'm wondering. Well, this is not a great place, but it's not a bad one either. There are trees in the vicinity, so we will dig in right here. We will make our mud hut on the outskirts of this. going to be a little cramped, but once we get everything set, it'll be fine. Okay. Alright. We need a fire, which is one of those. We're going to need logs. So that means we have to go cut a tree. But first, we're going to plant this tree and take the torches off. And we'll actually put a torch right there. Alright. We're going to plant our pine tree right there. Take our basket off and put it in here. Now, we're going to take all our grass, make 3 hay bales. And now we have a sleeping mat. Not that I really use it. Oh, I'm in the way. There. Alright, now we're going to get out the other box. We're going to pick up well, we got to empty our hand, I guess, first. We'll put the clay up here. Alright, then we'll put this down here. Now, we have 2 more pine cones we can plant, and we will do so. We have seeds we can throw in there. We can plant the berry bush. Put those in here. Now, that one is empty. Let's go plant our trees. Alright, trees, I plant one. See, he's in that corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we can go get our basket and put it on our back. And then we can get our axe. We're going to get some wood for our fireplace. Ooh. Oh, that's one of my copper things. Maple. Okay, it's good to cut all the leaves off of a tree before you cut it down. You get seeds, you get branches, and some trees have very rare, or very slight seed drop rates. And you really want to cut down every single piece of it. Like redwoods. Find redwoods, and that's a thing. Alright, we forgot to mark where our base is. But it's okay, because we left a torch with it. So let's mark that now. And we will make it pinned so we can always get back to it. But let's make it a different color. Let's make it blue. Green is spawn and blue is our base. Alright, well, we've done pretty good for the first day. We've got plenty of copper. We've got clay. We got plenty of food. And we have a shelter and light. So I think what we'll do is we will call it a video. And we'll take a picture of our nice, pretty nothingness. But we're also going to put this bush out. There. Alright, we're doing great for our first day. Well, let's just go ahead and make this into firewood. Use the axe, and it creates 32 firewood, or 20 firewood per log. And you need the firewood to finish the fire pit. You hold down the shift and you right click, and you put 4 pieces in it, and then you got to light it with your torch to make it burn. Where'd my torch go? Put my torch in my hand here. I got a maple seed. Got to plant that tree. And there we go. It's not doing us any good right now. So we'll take the fire logs and put them in there. That's how I usually store fire logs for my fireplace. There's also this method of stacking them on the ground. And I mean, I know all of this stuff myself by heart. You hold down shift and control, and you can put down like 8 at a time. Alright, and that right there is a 7 pile. So alright, well, I hope you've enjoyed this. I like playing this game very much. It can be very challenging, but I also like building, you know, nice buildings. I have a few go-to buildings I'll probably make in this playthrough. With some of the mods we have drawbridges and you just name it. It's really cool. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this. I will go ahead and post this video for today, and I will try to make one a day and release them in a series. And if you have any questions or comments, please make them. If you like the video, please leave a like. That really helps me boost my morale when I see my videos are liked and how many times they've been viewed. But I don't do it for that. I do this for entertainment purposes. I would be playing this game anyway, but I decided I would start recording them and sharing them with everyone else. So, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.